Hello viewers and learners, you are highly welcome to another exciting edition or episode of Mathematics being made easy. Here our mandate or our duty is to make mathematics comfortable to students so that they can learn and pass their exams. So for some couple of months now, we've been looking at calculus 1, specifically with differentiation. So I let you know that for differentiation, we have a lot of differentiations. We have the product rule, we have the quotient rule, differentiating functions using the first principle, and so forth and so on. So the last time we met, we looked at the product rule. Product comes to play when we have two functions multiplying each other, and I gave you the formula for the product function. For today, we want to look at the quotient rule. The quotient rule. For quotient rule, how or when should we use the quotient rule? It is normally used when the function given to you is in the form y is equal to a over b, where b is never equal to 0. Simply put, when the function given to you is in this form, that is a fraction. I want to reiterate it again. When the function given to you is a fraction, then you need to use the quotient rule. You need to use the quotient rule. As simple as that. And what is the rule, or what is the formula for quotient rule? The formula is very easy. What we need to do is that the numerator, we all know that the number or the function at the top, we refer to it as what? The numerator, and the one at the down is normally referred to as the denominator. So for the numerator, we'll let the numerator to be equal to u. Then the denominator, we let it to be what? V. Then we continue with our differentiation. So this is what we do. So when we want to differentiate this. So let me just write the word. The u and then the v, where v is what? Where v is never equal to what? Never equal to 0. So what we are going to do now is our dy with respect to x. You take v. Then what do? You differentiate u. Take v, differentiate u. So we have du over dx. Then minus, you take u, then you differentiate v, so dv over dx. Then all over, we now take v, we square the v. So this is the formula we normally use to solve questions relating to what? The quotient rule. First of all, you take u, this is the u, you take the v. Then you differentiate u, which is what? Du over dx. Then minus, you take what? U now, differentiate v, dv over dx. All over v squared. In other books, this is what you are going to see. In other books, you will be seeing what? V, then you differentiate u. When you differentiate u, it's the same as what? U prime. Minus, you take the u now, differentiate v. We have what? V prime. Then all over what? V squared. So in some books you will see this, and in some other books you will see this. They are just the same thing. It is not anything different. It's not anything difficult. So just keep it. We take some sample of questions, then we see how we can solve it. So the first question we'll be solving is, first question that we are going to solve is that what? Question 1 or example 1. Let me just write example 1. Example 1. So our y equal to x plus 2x plus 1 all over 3x minus 2. How do we do it? Solution. So this is the solution, and how do we solve it? So when a question is given to you, you just have to look at the question straightforward. So you can see that we are having a numerator here, which is 2x plus 1 over the denominator, which is what? 3x minus 2. Yeah, 3x minus 2, which is the denominator. So it clearly tells us that we are to use the quotient rule. So we repeat the question. If it is not lengthy, you just have to repeat it. So our y is equal to 2x plus 1 all over 3x minus 2. Then I said let the numerator to be u. So our u is equal to 2x plus 1, and our v is equal to 3x minus 2. What do we do now? We differentiate u with respect to x. So our du over dx is equal to, when you differentiate this, you will have 2. This one will blue because it's a constant. Then you differentiate this with respect to x, d with respect to x. So dv over dx is equal to, when you differentiate this, you are going to get 3. Differentiate the constant, you will be getting 0. So this is it. With this, it means that we are good to go. We don't have anything to worry about anymore. We don't have anything to worry about anymore. So we continue. Then what do we do next? We state the formula. It is needed. Maybe marks might be given to a correct statement of the formula. So marks will be awarded. So our dy over dx will now be equal to our v du over dx minus u dv over dx all over v squared. So our dy over dx. Now we substitute. What is v? From what we have gathered, we know that our v is the denominator, which is here, 3x minus 2. So we put it in bracket, 3x minus 2. What is our du? Our du we have is 2. Is 2. So put it here, is 2. Then minus, what is our u? Our u is 2x plus, yes, du over dx is 2. So we put it there. Subtracted from u, what is u? U is 2x plus 1. So we state it 2x plus 1 plus 1. Then our dv over dx is 3. So we put the 3 here. Then all divided by v. What is v? The value for v is 3x minus 2. We have what? 3x minus 2. You can see the v has been squared. So all squared. So we move forward. Our dy dx now is equal to, we expand. 3x will multiply 2. We have 6x minus 2 will multiply this. We have 4. Then minus, open a bracket because this negative is affecting everything here. So 2x multiplied by what? 3 will give us 6x. Then 1 multiplied by 3 will give us what? 3. Then divided by what? 3x minus 2 all squared. So our dy dx is equal to, you expand, 6x minus 4 minus, we have what? 6x, you put bracket now, minus 3 all over 3x minus 2 all squared. So our dy dx will be equal to, this and this will blow. 6s, positive 6s and negative 6s will cancel. So we have negative 4 minus 3, giving us what? Negative 7 all over 3x minus 2 all squared. So when you are looking for, when you want to differentiate this function, which is y is equal to 2x plus 1 all over 3x minus 2, this is the final answer you will be getting. You will be getting negative 7 dy dx is equal to negative 7 all over 3x minus 2. We get our second question, then we solve. We take our second question and we solve it. So come with me, let's take the second question. So for the second question, we have our y is equal to 2x squared plus 1 all over 2x squared minus 1. 2x squared plus 1 all over 2x squared minus 1. So what do? I said earlier on that if the question is not lengthy, you just have to repeat it. So our y is equal to 2x squared plus 1 all over 2x squared minus 1. So we let u to be equal to the numerator. So our u is equal to 2x squared plus 1. Our v is equal to the denominator 2x squared minus 1. Now we differentiate u with respect to x. So du over dx will be giving us what? When you differentiate 2x squared, you get what? 4x. The constant will blow. dv over dx. So you have the what? If you differentiate both, this is what you are going to get. You have du over dx giving us 4x, dv over dx giving us also 4x. So we move forward. I said that it is so good to state the formula because marks will be awarded. So our dy over dx for the general formula for the quotient rule is equal to v du over dx minus u dv all over dx all over what? V squared. Now our things are ready. The ingredients that we need are ready. So we just have to substitute it so that we'll get a better soup here. Okay, so let's move forward. So our dy over dx is equal to what is the value for v? V is here, which is what? 2x squared minus 1. Then what is du? Du is 4x minus, bring a bigger bracket. What is u? U is what? 2x squared plus 1. And we have what? dv is what? 4x all over v squared. What is v? V is what? V is 2x squared minus 1. Now we expand. So 2x squared multiplied by 4x squared, we have 8x cubed. This is indices. If we have x and bases are the same, you just have to add. Minus negative 1 times 4, you have 4x. Minus 2x multiplying this will give us what? X squared multiplying 4, you will have what? 8x cubed. 8x cubed. Then this will multiply, giving us positive 4x, all divided by 2x squared minus 1. Sorry, there should be squared here. Squared. Then our dy over dx is equal to, you still have to expand, 8x cubed minus 4x minus, this will give us what? 8x cubed. This negative will go and affect this, giving us negative 4x all over, we have 2x squared minus 1 squared. So our dy on dx, what will happen is that this and this will blow, it will evaporate. Then we have, because this is positive, this is negative to go. So we have this left, negative 4x, giving us what? Negative 8x over all over 2x squared minus 1 all squared. So finally, this is the solution for, or the solution to the question y is equal to 2x squared plus 1 over 2x squared minus 1. Look at it critically. If it is too fast for you, kindly pause the video, play it, reduce the speed so that you get everything hidden in it. It is very easy. It's not anything difficult. Let's move to the next question. So the next question is y is equal to 3x to the 4th power. Then we have x squared minus 1. Solution. So we still have to repeat the question. Y is equal to 3x to the 4th power x squared minus 1. So you know already that we let the numerator to be u. So our u is equal to 3x to the 4th power, and our v is equal to x squared minus 1. So what do we do from here? We differentiate u with respect to x. So du by dx is equal to, when you differentiate this thing, you get what? 12x cubed. 12x cubed. Because 4 will come and multiply 3, giving us 12. Then you subtract 1 from the exponent. You have 3. So dv over dx will be giving us, this will give us 2x, the constant will blow. For now, we are good. We are good to go. So our dy by dx is equal to v du by dx minus u dv by dx all over v squared. So we just do the substitution. Our v, we know that it is x squared minus 1. Our du is 12x cubed minus u. Our u is 3x to the 4th power. So our u is this, and our dv over dx. dv over dx. dv, what is dv? dv is what? 2x. Then we close the brackets. All over v squared. What is v? v is x squared minus 1 all squared. Then we move forward by expanding. Our dy all over dx should be giving us x squared multiplied by 12x cubed will be giving us 12x to the 5th power. So we have 12x to the 5th power. Then we have negative 1 multiplying this. It will produce negative 12x cubed minus 12x cubed. Then we have negative here. Then we bring our what? This will give us what? It will produce 6x to the 5th power. So because we don't have anything again to multiply, let me just go straight forward. 6x to the 5th power all over v. V is what? V is x squared minus 1 all squared. So our dy dx will be equal to, we group like terms, 12x to the 5th power minus 6x to the 5th power minus 12x to the 3rd power all over x squared minus 1 squared. So our dy over dx will be equal to, this will give us what? 6x to the 5th power. Because when you do the subtraction, you will get this minus 12x to the 3rd power all over x squared minus 1 bracket close all squared. So what we have, our dy dx, We can't leave it like this. We need to simplify, make it look attractive. So we can pull 6x to the third power out. Then we have what is left here will be x to the second power minus 2 minus 2. And this is what will be left. Because when you multiply this with this, you get 12x. When you multiply this and this, you get 6x to the fifth power. Then all over x squared minus 1 squared. So, let me write the squared word to word. So, with this simple question, you have seen how we've been able to solve it chronologically, moving from one step to the other. We are not jumping any step. So we are doing it so that it will be beneficial to everybody. So you move systematically, step by step, until you get the answer. So let's take at least the final question and solve it. So as you can see, the last question is on the board. Y is equal to the function 3x squared minus 4x over x cubed plus 1. So we repeat the question. Y is equal to 3x squared minus 2x all over x cubed plus 1. What do? You let u. So we let u to be equal to what? 3x squared minus 2x. Then our v should be equal to what? S cubed plus 1. We differentiate u with respect to x. So we'll have what? This will give us 6x minus 2. Then this will give us our dv over dx will be giving us 3x squared. This one will blow. So our dy over dx now is equal to what? V du over dx minus u dv over dx all over v squared. So we do substitution. Dy over dx. Our v is what? Our v is x cubed plus 1. Our du over dx is 6x minus 2 minus, then we have u. U is what? 3x squared minus 2x. Then we have what? 3x squared. We close the bracket all over v. V is s cubed plus 1 all squared. Now, our dy over dx is equal to, we expand, this and this will multiply. We have 6x to the fourth power. Then we also have 6x to the fourth power. Then we have what? Minus 2x to the third power. Then we have plus 6x. Then now we will have what? Negative 2. Because this and this will give us negative 2. Minus this and this will give us 9x to the fourth power. 9x to the fourth power. Then this and this will give us negative 6x to the third power. Bracket close all over x cubed plus 1 all squared. I believe you are following. Let's move forward. I think this space will not be enough. Or I think it will still be enough. So let's manage and use this space. So our dy over dx will be equal to, we open bracket, 6x to the fourth power. Then this will give us negative. So we have negative 9x to the fourth power. Then we come here, negative 2x to the third power. Then this and this will give us positive. So it will be positive 6x to the third power. Then we have positive 6 plus 6x. Then we have what? Negative 2. Have negative 2. All over v, which is what? S cubed plus 1 all squared. So our dy over dx will be equal to, this will give us negative 3, because 6x, and this will give us negative 3x to the 4th power. This will give us positive 4 to the what? Positive 4 to the 3rd power. This will give us plus 6x minus 2 all over x cubed plus 1 all squared. So our dy over dx is equal to 3x to the 4th power, with negative 3x to the 4th power, plus 4x to the 3rd power, plus 6x minus 2 all over x cubed plus 1 all squared. So this function, after differentiating the function, this is what we've gotten. Thank you so much for being part of this lesson. Join in for another lesson. I would entreat each and every one of us here that when you watch this video on TikTok, make sure you send it to your colleagues. Those that are in SHS and universities, just send the videos to them. Let them subscribe or let them follow, let them like, and let them comment, because it is the comments that will help me to see as to whether you are getting the lesson or not. So kindly subscribe, kindly be part of the lesson, and God will richly bless you. Thank you so much for being part of the lesson. Bye bye for now. See you some other time.